Adam Schiff, because he created 3 years of a massive fallacy that did so much damage to this country and made us miss probably one of the most important stories of our lifetime. We were having hearings on impeachment while the coronavirus was exploding.
It was almost tragic to watch. Dyro, once a Hollywood legend known for his depth and complexity, had shrunk into a single, worn-out role, an angry old man shouting at the clouds, as if the weather itself had betrayed him. But Gutfeld's take wasn't pure mockery, it was revelation. He held up a mirror, and America saw a fallen icon morph into that one uncle who hijacks Thanksgiving with cable news rants. Gutfeld even admitted, "I love Dyro in Taxi Driver and Goodfellas." Then came the dagger. But maybe his best performance was convincing us he could play anything other than an angry man.
Censures when Schiff finally gets censored, and so the House condemns the lies of the man with the zombie eye. Last night, the House voted on party lines to censure Adam Schiff for promoting the Trump-Russia collusion hoax, which was as believable as Brian Kilmeade getting fan mail. 2 for 2. Schiff becomes only the 26th member ever to be censured, but to his credit, he's still the only member to have a 12.
The panel burst into laughter, not out of cruelty, but because Gutfeld's take was painfully accurate. Slipping into mock seriousness, he said, Dyro calls Trump a bully and a threat to democracy, yet his own political playbook is all about threats and tantrums, like someone woke him up too early from a nap. The delivery was flawless, his timing razor sharp. Then came the punchline, "If that's moral authority," Gutfeld quipped, "then I'm a vegan life coach." The crowd exploded again, laughter echoing through the studio. It wasn't just funny, it was a surgical strike of satire, exposing Dyro's hypocrisy with effortless precision.
Is superb. He went crying to mommy on an app run by Chinese commies. Congressman Adam Schiff announced this morning he's running for U.S. Senate in California, which is guaranteed to boost U-Haul rentals headed for Texas. He unveiled the highly polished and produced political ad right on the heels of getting booted from the House Intel Committee. Coincidence?
If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit subscribe and ring the bell, because it only gets spicier from here. The story kicked off in classic Dyro fashion. Another interview, another over-the-top meltdown that felt more Hollywood than Washington. Every rant came off less like political commentary and more like a failed Oscar audition. You had to wonder, was he trying to win Most Outraged Citizen or campaigning for a primetime slot at the Democratic National Convention? Dyro fumed on screen, outraged that Americans dared to think for themselves without his approval. It wasn't leadership, it was ego dressed up as moral superiority.
While the coronavirus was exploding, we talked about that virus in green rooms, but we had to do this impeachment story. We had to show these hearings. It's all on him, man. He's got to go. They got to investigate him. They got to hold him accountable. I'm not going to say he should go to prison, but my evil twin will say he should go away to prison for a very long time.
Then came Gutfeld, calm, composed, wearing that trademark smirk that said, asterisk, "Yeah, this one's going to blow up Twitter and I'm fine with it." Asterisk, his opening jab was smooth but lethal. Dyro's not really acting anymore. He's basically a loud Yelp review in a suit. And not the helpful kind, either. More like those all-caps rants about crooked coffee lids at Starbucks. The panel erupted in laughter, but Gutfeld wasn't finished. With surgical precision, he kept going, each punchline sharper than the last. It wasn't anger driving him. It was control, wit, and the quiet confidence of someone who knew he'd already won.
How are you?
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Gutfeld.
So, Congressman, I got to ask, how did it feel to have your ass chewed out like that in front of your colleagues?
Oh, well.
It was almost tragic to watch. Dyro, once a Hollywood legend known for his depth and complexity, had shrunk into a single, worn-out role, an angry old man shouting at the clouds, as if the weather itself had betrayed him. But Gutfeld's take wasn't pure mockery, it was revelation. He held up a mirror, and America saw a fallen icon morph into that one uncle who hijacks Thanksgiving with cable news rants. Gutfeld even admitted, "I love Dyro in Taxi Driver and Goodfellas." Then came the dagger. But maybe his best performance was convincing us he could play anything other than an angry man.
Now admits he should have been much more clear about how he unleashed the impeachment circus. Note, when a politician says they should be much more clear, they mean, "I wish you hadn't caught me lying to your face."
I should have been much more clear, and I said so the minute it was brought to my attention that I was referring to the fact that when the whistleblower filed the complaint, we had not heard from the whistleblower. We wanted to bring the whistleblower in at that time, but I should have been much more clear about that.
You know, instead of trying to be clear, it might just...
Gutfeld wasn't done. Leaning in with that sly grin, he said, "This guy wants to punch Trump in the face? Really?" He paused, then delivered the knockout. From a man who hasn't thrown a real punch since it took 6 stuntmen and a CGI team to make it look believable. The audience roared with laughter as Gutfeld shrugged, as if stating the obvious. Then his tone shifted, cutting deeper. He's screaming about a president who's not even in office, surrounded by fans who cheer every curse word. That's not bravery or conviction, Gutfeld said coolly. That's just political karaoke. Loud, fake, and off-key.
I promise you this is not the end of my fight for our democracy. This is just the beginning. Please join us and contribute today. Thank you.
Here's my question.
Gutfeld kept rolling, barely hiding his amusement. You ever notice how Hollywood elites love to talk about the people but never actually live like them? He said. When's the last time Robert Dyro stood in line at the DMV, bought his own groceries, or flew coach without threatening to sue the pilot for breathing too loudly? The crowd cracked up, and Gutfeld went in for the kill. Dyro says Trump supporters are dangerous, he added, smirking. Dangerous? This is the same guy who's spent decades glorifying gangsters, hitmen, and mob bosses, but somehow thinks a red hat and a tax cut are the real threat.
All the while saying the whistleblower might not testify because it's a safety concern, he maintains, because we all know CIA agents can't protect themselves against non-existent threats, or that our government can't protect him from your Aunt Sally.
Our primary interest right now is making sure that that person is protected. Indeed, now there's more than one whistleblower that they are protected. And given that we already have the call record, we don't need the whistleblower who wasn't on the call to tell us what took place during the call. We have the best.
Gutfeld didn't stop at Dyro's politics. He went after his attitude, too. He doesn't really talk anymore, Gutfeld quipped. He grumbles. Every sentence sounds like a raccoon fighting a leaf blower. Ask him a simple question, and he acts like you just declared war on his espresso machine. The crowd howled as Gutfeld drove the point home. Dyro's not mad at Trump. He's mad that people stopped pretending his opinion matters. He peaked in the 90s, and now the only reason he's on political panels is because Sean Penn was busy. The laughter said it all. Brutal, hilarious, and painfully true.
Planet, and I guess he makes it work, Tyrus. But
Does he?
but isn't it? I mean, I don't want to get mad about this because he's such a joke. But the fact that he isn't going to be really get any punishment.
Shame, shame. Shame on you. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Gutfeld didn't need to shout or rant. He won the old-fashioned way, with sharp wit and undeniable truth. The irony was hard to miss. Once upon a time, Dyro built his legacy on authenticity and talent. Now, the roles had reversed. Dyro wasn't the star commanding respect. He'd become the punchline. Gutfeld wrapped it up perfectly. "Look, I get it," he said. Dyro just wants to feel relevant again. But at this point, the only thing he's really fighting isn't Trump or politics. It's time itself, and maybe the urge to admit the spotlights moved on without him.
Could help him. Everyone knew there weren't enough votes to convict. Even the media, their only way out of this hell, pretending that Mitt was a hero. Poor Adam. He really thought he had him. Well, we've talked about who won the impeachment trial. Now let's talk about who didn't. As I've said before, don't think the Dems aren't going to stop trying to find dirt on Trump. They'll look anywhere. Hell, they'll go to a local high school.
The panel couldn't stop laughing, not out of cruelty, but because Gutfeld's take hit with pinpoint accuracy. Slipping into his mock-serious tone, he said, Dyro calls Trump a bully and a threat to democracy, but his entire political strategy is just shouting, threatening to punch people, and growling through interviews like someone woke him up too early from a nap. The timing was flawless. Then came the